Oh no, crackhead Jeffrey Marsh, aka the fake alleged crackhead Jeffrey Dahmer, back at it again. Oh no! Somebody must have fucking farted in Fruit Loops again. Who farted in my Fruit Loops? He's kind of one of those kids that he just is really a piss poor example of what not to be. It's what you should never be. Actually, no, he's a prime example of what you should never be. A fucking crackhead, like him, apparently.
Did you see this tweet from J.K. Rowling? Did you?
No, Jeffrey, I didn't, because I don't pay attention to 99% of the shit that goes on online based off of my normal busy everyday schedule that I gotta keep. I don't pay attention to half of that shit. And why the fuck does it look like you're trying to pretend you're a male that wants to be a female? Oh, right, wait. That's actually what you were exactly trying to do. Man, I mean, Jesus Christ, look at you. You look like you would probably play as one of the Chuck E. Cheese characters and have all the kids run away from him crying, going to the parents, going, Mommy, never ever take me to Chuck E. Cheese again, because this motherfucker over here looks like Jason Voorhees had a bad makeover on a bad day. Like, geez, not even Satan would want you in hell. That's sad.
You see Elon Musk responding? Okay, you can pause.
You can pause and watch it. Did you see what the did and the did? No, Jeffrey, because we're too busy living our lives, not giving a flying fuck about your little make-believe alphabet soup community. Hell, I bet you could probably give him a bowl of alphabet soup and he wouldn't be able to spell alphabet soup with alphabet soup. Yeah, that's the lack of education this dude has. Blame it on inbredness, I guess. Whatever.
To read if you want, but she's talking about gametes. You need like certain body parts to.
Now, Jeffrey, don't be trying to tell me that you know everything about sex ed, because look at you. You look like a piece of salami that got miscut and missliced in a meat slicer. Hell, it looked like you're the kind of person that would probably stick his wiener or his finger in a light socket and believe it was an actual good idea to do. Jeffrey, you're just the kind of idiot that if you were told to do something so stupid and outlandish, you would believe it because you're just that type of person. You have no brain capacity. Well, hell, I don't even think your brain has the capacity to even think for itself in general. I'm sure that your brain could probably come up with thousands of excuses as to why it gave up. Probably the only reason his brain gave up at this point was saying, fuck it, I don't want to deal with this fuckery anymore. And half of the fuckery that he's been saying and half of the shit he's been saying, just, I don't want to deal with it. That's probably why his brain gave up. Who knows? If you honestly want to think about it in the saddest way, he must have been adopted somehow. Some way, the adoption papers must have been really clusterfuck somewhere because, hell, who kind of fucking parent would raise this dude? Not me.
Be a real woman or something. Anti-trans stuff. And Elon jumps.
This anti-trans shit, that just pisses me off. Oh, I'm so triggered. Oh. Holy shit. He'd be triggered even if it's triggers him. He'd just be mega triggered because, well, anything that you say, oh my god, there's a cat over there. A white cat, I'm triggered. Ah, run. That's racist. Yeah. He's just that kind of idiot that just, anything that you would say, if you said happy birthday to him, he would look at you sideways and you'd probably fall over having a heart attack or an asthma attack because this motherfucker be looking at you and your heart just stops. That's just how ultimately, yeah, he can get triggered.
To say, have you thought about posting about anything else? Have you thought about...
Shut up, motherfucker. Nobody gives two fucks about what you gotta say. Nobody cares about what you gotta say. Just shut the fuck up. This bro over here be thinking that he's a real woman. Dude ain't a lady. Yeah, that song does not really equate to you. Or matter to you. Because, dude, you do not look like a lady. You look like some dude that came out of a fucking psych ward with a whole shit ton of bag of medical drugs all in one bag from, like, going trick-or-treating in a mental ward and just ended up with every fucking drug known to man, and you decided to try to experiment to figure out which one could fucking help your brain focus a little more. It's called Adderall. Not that I'm saying that Adderall should be something that everybody takes, but yeah, Jeffrey, you need more than just fucking psych ward medical drugs. You need a fucking brain evaluation.
I'm not posting about something positive.
Jeffrey, when have you posted anything positive? Okay, let's go back into your timeline here. You've threatened a Muslim lady's family to allegedly grape them and allegedly grape her and allegedly attack her family and allegedly attack her. So yeah, when have you done anything useful lately besides just going outside and seeing the world as one big trigger to you? Tisk, tisk, tisk. This is his life.
When else he has a reputation for bigotry?
Jeffrey, you're the biggest bigot in the world. I mean, look at you. You fucking get pissed off when straight white people tell you to stop allegedly trying to groom kids and stop being an alleged creep online. But yet, no, you don't, you can't, you just won't. Because you're the biggest fucking creep of them all. Hell, I mean, shit, Jeffrey Dahmer is kind of being put to shame here. Not that I support Jeffrey Dahmer or John Wayne Gacy at all for anything they've done. I don't. Let's get that straight. But damn, bro, you be putting all them other Herbert the pervert dude characters in Family Guy to shame. Seriously, you're putting Herbert the pervert to shame, bro. And if that's not the saddest case, I'm sure that this dude probably was adopted like 5,000 times because nobody just really wanted to adopt the poor guy. Because the guy had more mental issues than Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees put together. I mean, hell, you'd probably give Jason Voorhees more of a nightmare than a fucking wet dream. And that's really sad.
Says, wow, you seem a little obsessed. That's when you pause.
Jeffrey, you are obsessed with some of the weirdest shit. I don't understand what the fuck you're obsessed about 99% of the time, but I don't even want to try to understand that one. Let's just forget that one. When you have your issues, which I don't know what your malfunction numbnuts really is here, but when you got a malfunction, that's when you need to start putting your brain to factory reset mode. Yeah, I'm not gonna go any further. Y'all know that. Where that stands out to. Somebody really better fucking help this dude figure out or really find something better to do. Like, somebody better fucking IP ban this dude, because this dude don't need to be on any platform. He's been called out multiple times and still he thinks that everyone loves him. No.
Or should pause. What's all...
Jeffrey, we're not going to pause and try to read your 500-page long dissertation of how you feel about being triggered, because your trigger is even triggering you in general. We just don't give a fuck. At this point, it's kind of no fucks given. You already see that majority of your people aren't really your fans or your viewers that are there for you or to support you. They're there to try to tell you, get the fuck off the internet. Hell, you couldn't even take anyone's advice because, well, of course, you don't have the brain capacity to function like a normal, dignified, human, civilized being. Because even being normal to you is like a really hard thing to do. It doesn't work that way for you, Jeffrey. Apparently your brain is not on you controlling it. Your brain's like on fucking autopilot, and your brain's about ready to crash into the mountains. It's a horrific crash, but I think it's one that a lot of people are waiting to see.
Always occurred to me, what I've always thought about is, she's not obsessively tweeting about the ERA. She's not obsessively tweeting about abortion rights.
You're not a woman. You're a dude. You're dude with a slong in between your legs trying to pretend you're a woman. So does that give you any fucking right to be bitchy about certain subject? No. Okay, of course, I know liberals are probably going to say, oh, the Dipkins all be signed with them finally, yay! No, I'm not signed with you fucktards. I don't side with fucktards. Nor do I understand stupid people. And this is one stupid person I don't understand. Hell, life had a mistake. Jeffrey's the mistake that life created. Jeffrey, your birth certificate is like an apology letter to God and everyone for you being created instead of being swallowed and flushed. We're just waiting for that apology letter to be actually signed, sealed, and delivered to all of us in a nice little letter.
It's being taken away all over the world.
Jeffrey, abortion rights is something, again, that you really don't have any idea about. Holy shit. Bro, if there's anything you know about, it's just about you being a creepy fucking Herbert the Pervert type dude. You're like Herbert the Pervert 2.0 on steroids. You're fucking Herbert the Pervert that makes Herbert the Pervert even run away. Not to the basement with full of popsicles, but runs away. You're a fucking creep. You're a weirdo. Yes, I might have just fucking done 2 bars of the fucking song from Radiohead, Creep, but that definitely fucking fits Jeffrey Marsh, aka the fake alleged Jeffrey Dahmer over here.
She's not tweeting about women being subjugated by world religion.
Oh, Jesus. And if you know anything about religion, almighty Jeffrey would know anything and everything about everything, because of course Jeffrey thinks he's a fucking brainiac. He's like the fucking Wikipedia of information. He knows everything. Apparently not. Because, again, we found out his brain is really on slowpoke, slow mode, Eeyore time. And it will probably be right about now until he can comprehend half of the majority of the jokes that I've been actually given on his expense. No, Jeffrey, we're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you. Don't think you really understand that. Most majority of people really don't like you. They just, they tried to hide their kids from you. Instead of, Mom, look, it's a tornado. It's, Mom, look, it's the real life alleged Herbert the Pervert coming down the street. Better get in the basement and in the shelter. Yeah. It's like another version of Joe Biden 2.0. It's just the saddest thing to see, but I don't think you'll ever understand this.
There's lots of stuff you could tweet about. To use the...
Jeffrey, there's a lot of things you could do in life, like plant flowers, be useful to the world, and just finally shut the fuck up and get fucked. But yeah, if I told you to get fucked, you'd probably be thinking figuratively, not metaphorically, as in like get fucked, like stay the fuck off the internet. Yeah. Anyway, I digress here for a moment. That neither nor anyone in the human civilized world appreciates your existence on YouTube or your presence on YouTube. They just vomit every time they look at you like a baby diaper full of diarrhea and shit and piss all rolled into one. That's just how nauseating you make us. And you're kind of making me feel right now, listening to you.
LGBTQ lingo.
Don't use that language. Holy shit, Jeffrey Dahmer couldn't even fucking have alphabet soup in front of him to be able to spell LGBTQ without fucking it up somehow, some way. Hell, the alphabet soup community probably just looks at Jeffrey and goes, nope, we don't recognize him. Nope. There is no way that the LGBT alphabet soup community will ever acknowledge him as one of their own.
It's giving transphobia. It's giving...
Jeez. You know that transphobia is actually a fake word made up because, of course, Jeffrey, you think that everyone's afraid of gay people. Who the fuck is afraid of gay people? Oh my god, there's a gay person in my house. Jesus. It must be Jeffrey Marsh, a.k.a. the Herbert the Pervert 2.0. 2.0. Jeffrey, nobody's afraid of you. We just don't like you. we're not afraid of you. Well, maybe parents that know that you live by them in your neighborhood, your local neighborhood. I mean, shit, you're not like the Mr. Rogers neighborhood kind of guy. You're the Mr. Rogers gun Herbert the pervert style 2.10. Yeah. Stop trying to use big boy words. And may I again digress real quick. There's just no way that nobody's afraid of you. We just, again, will acknowledge that you exist, sadly, again, because, you know, you're the inspiration to birth control pills and Plan B, planthood, or parenthood. And your birth certificate is an apology letter to the world that your existence is relevant to certain people.
Obsessive bigotry, and it's
Jeffrey, the only obsessive bigotry that you've dealt with is your own. For you, and the fact that you deal with bigotry is a bunch of crock of crap. Hell, I bet half of the majority of the time you have to call the plumber every day because your toilet's so full of shit that you spewed that day that you can't even unplug it yourself. Hell, Jeffrey, I bet you couldn't even fucking rearrange the dominoes to actually fit in numeric order, whether it's in order it is in 1, 2, 3 or Greek letter. Don't make me have to translate it in different languages for you. Get fucked, stay fucked.
not giving someone who truly cares about women's rights.
As if you do. Look at you. You're a fucking wannabe fake creep, alleged pedo. You're not a woman. You're a dude. You're just trying to pretend that you're like the relevant version of Mrs. Doubtfire. The ugly version of Mrs. Doubtfire. No, it's Mrs. Doubtfire trying to be Herbert the pervert trying to be Mrs. Doubtfire. Hell, even Mrs. Doubtfire wouldn't even recognize you as a female. They'd probably just have more of a hell of a time trying to figure out what the fuck you are. It's like looking at a fossil from a dinosaur age and trying to figure out what the fuck is that. Can't tell, but it's something. It might not be useful in our world, but it's there. It's whatever the fuck it is.
Women, feminists, jump into the comments.
Yeah, Jeffrey, again, majority of 99% of the people are not laughing with you, they're laughing at you. Hell, even if you have a feminist try to support your shit, they're just gonna get ripped in pieces by anti-feminist shit. Jeffrey, you know that majority of the people, even those that may be feminists, do not agree with what you do and what you say. 99% of them are looking at you thinking, oh, God, is this really what we have to deal with? Is that really what they got to deal with? Is people like you? And again, one last time, may I digress? You can get fucked, stay fucked. Not literally, but figuratively. Catch y'all later. See you later.